daughter Molly is no stranger to New York nightlife. See her out on the town in one of those places
Hey, Mom, could you give it a rest just this once? I mean, really, you do this every week. There's just no reason why I can't tell them myself.
Fine, have it your way, dear. I'll be back a little later on.
Yes, well, I'm sure you will. Hi. Yes, I know, I look different this week, but, you know, aren't you getting just a little bit tired of this whole pregnancy business? I mean, really. Week after week, I've just been getting bigger and bigger. Oh, and listen, I have to thank you because you have been right there for me. From the first pregnancy scare through the amnio, right through to that aggravating business of who exactly the father might be. So I got to thinking, why don't we just give it a rest, you know? Just take a break from this whole pregnancy thing. Thank you. Well, is that a problem for you? No, see? I thought you'd understand. But now, don't get me wrong. I'm still going to have the baby. Next week, I'll still be pregnant, and then we'll be right back on track. And my doctor assures me that there really is no problem at all to just not being pregnant for a week. So, here I am. Oh, you know, as a matter of fact, this week, I'm going to have everything exactly my way for a change. Well, I guess you and I have been through a lot of days and nights together, but this one's going to be different. Honest. Oh, wow. It tastes even better than I remembered. Not quite ready yet. Just, give me a minute. Hey, I mean it. Just, get out of here. Again, sorry, I wasn't quite dressed. Although I do have a lot of time before I have to go to work. You may also have noticed that this place is completely in order. Not quite typical for me, but, you know, as I told you, this day was going to be different. Ah, you know, while I think about it, you know, all those years I was renting this place, I know there were some of you that wondered, how could I afford this apartment, you know, given my checkered job history? Well, I just happen to have the original lease from 10 years ago. Rent stabilized, $4.50 a month. I just got lucky, okay? Hey, you know, I could leave this for you right here. You want to take a look at it? It's pretty dull reading, though. I mean, believe me. We could have explained this to you a long time ago, but, you know, it's really not all that interesting. Who could that be? Who comes by here almost every day and never calls first? Coming, Mother. Oh, have you ever noticed no one ever uses this buzzer, and it works perfectly, too? Hello, dear.
How'd you know it was me?
Oh, gosh, Mom, I don't know. Just a lucky guess.
Well, I just happened to be in the neighborhood.
No, you didn't.
What?
You just happened to be in the neighborhood because you were coming to my apartment without an invitation. If I could live on Mars, you would just happen to be in the neighborhood.
Well, Molly, I just...
Mother, why are you really here?
Well, to tell you the truth, I came to pass judgment on your lifestyle, criticize your home, and then take you out to lunch so I could express horror at the way your life is going.
Huh. Enticing as that sounds, I have to go to work.
Nonsense. You could take the day off.
Mom, look around you. I mean, the whole world works. Why shouldn't I? And have you ever noticed that I rarely ever go to work, and that when I do, I'm invariably late?
Suit yourself. I'd be the last person to try to tell you what to do. Oh, I brought up your mail.
Huh. Oh, letters from Dwight and Mamie. How considerate of them to write, since I haven't heard from them in 3 years.
Molly?
Well, when was the last time you heard from them? When was the last time you even mentioned them?
It has been quite some time.
Years?
I don't know about that.
How many years?
I guess, 3?
So you haven't seen or heard from your own son and daughter for 3 years, and yet you are here in my apartment every day.
I'm sorry, Molly. Perhaps I'm too involved with you. I guess I should concentrate on enriching my own life instead of living through you.
Well, it's worth a try.
From now on, I'll always call first before I drop in.
Well, I'm glad to hear that, Mother, but I think there's another reason why you haven't kept up with Dwight and Mamie.
I'm a little embarrassed to say.
No, say it, Mother.
I guess the truth is, you were always my favorite.
And how about Daddy?
You know he felt the same way.
Shh. Maybe I can actually make it out of my building without some wry exchange with you-know-who. Look, I love Davy, but, I mean, my God, no wonder I'm always late. Just once, I wish he'd let me go about my business without sharing his great wisdom.
Miss Dodd? Bernie, you only get as much out of this job as you're willing to put into it.
Oh, really, Sylvia? Then I'm not going to put anything into it because I want to get out of it.
Aren't you concerned with what the new management team thinks?
I think the new management team is just a big wheel that's going to roll through here and squash you like a bug. Face it, this job is a hopeless situation for you, and anything else would be even worse.
Maybe you're right.
See why I like coming in here? People working together like a well-oiled machine. Sylvia, you don't have to put up with this. Why don't you ever tell Bernie exactly what you think about him?
I could do that?
Of course.
And it would be all right?
Trust me.
Okay. Here goes. Bernie, you're a sickening monster who lives in the mud under a rock. Every time you open your mouth, you make the world a colder and more frightening place. Everything you do hurts someone else. Human life as we know it would not exist if everyone were like you. And I don't even think that there's any convincing evidence that you are human. And a greater effort at personal hygiene would be appreciated by one and all. Is that what you meant?
Very good, Sylvia.
Molly. Molly, Molly, Molly. Molly.
Bryce.
You must be very proud.
Oh?
The figures are in. Your book, Reversing the Greenhouse Effect, What You Can Do, just hit #1 on the bestseller list.
Well, that's very nice.
But that's the least of it. Anybody see today's paper? Scientists have noticed a gradual overall improvement in the environment dating back to your publication date. It seems that people are reading your book and completely changing the way they live.
Oh, my.
To put it simply, you have single-handedly made the entire world a better place to live, not just for today, but for all eternity. I think you can take an extra half hour for lunch.
Oh, thanks, Bryce.
Bernie, Sylvia, you're very lucky to be working with someone as extraordinary as Molly Dodd.
Oh.
I know I feel lucky every time I see her.
Well, now look, it's no big deal.
No, you just changed the course of world history.
And the boss really likes you.
And it's not even lunchtime yet.
There's no reason why you can't improve yourselves, too.
How? I find the world a lonely and desperate place full of despicable people.
I get respect from nobody, so I feel all alone. Except for Bernie, I'm my own worst enemy.
Well, maybe you're so wrapped up in your own problems, you don't realize that there is someone you see every day who is just as miserable as you and is hoping to get involved.
Who would want to get involved with me?
Who could ever understand me?
How often does this happen when you try to fix up your friends? Well, now it's time for the most important part of my day, lunch. And today, I can have lunch with anyone I want. Well, here I am at a diner, waiting for my ex-husband to show. Now, I could have had lunch with anybody in the entire world, and I chose Fred Dodd. We've been divorced for 6 years now. Do you know anybody who spends more time with their ex? Because if you do, ask them why for me.
Hey, Ma.
Well, what a surprise. He showed up late and with another woman. Who's this?
This is Anna.
Well, I thought we were going to have lunch alone. Do you always have to bring someone?
Oh, look, I'm sorry. I didn't think it would matter that much that I brought Anna along. She's Russian. She doesn't speak English. That's why I guess we communicate so well together.
Russian. No problem. Вы знаете, что этот человек мой бывший муж?
Вы были за ним замужем?
Угу.
Для меня он совершенно как игрушка. Ничего большего. Милая маленькая игрушка.
Я знаю, но маленькие игрушки могут нафить.
Да, ненадолго.
Hey, what are you guys saying? I didn't know you could speak Russian, Molly.
Oh, Fred, I'm afraid there's a great deal that you don't know about me. Пожалуйста, сидите там. Я хочу поговорить с маленькой игрушкой.
Ладно, я могу подождать.
So, what's going on?
Oh, gee, I don't know, Fred. We make a date, you bring a date. Why do I put up with this?
Oh, come on. Forget about Anna. I'm sorry I brought her, okay? Hold on.
Oh, no. No, don't even try, pal. Don't you dare take out that saxophone. Do you think that I'm going to fall for this again? No, sirree, Bob. Now, I know darn well that this is a tip-off for a fantasy. Well, what can you do? It starts happening, and suddenly you're into it. Oh, see how everything gets this kind of dreamlike quality? Vaseline on the lens. Doris Day used that a lot. Oh, and here comes the smoke. See, the final transition would be that famous slow dissolve. Oh, yeah, I can feel it. My stomach is getting a little queasy. Oh, hey, no, wait a minute. Can we just stop this fantasy?
Why? We're just getting started. I always play a haunting yet beautiful solo to seduce you with my music.
But Fred, this is my fantasy. I want to call the shots.
Ah, it's always your fantasy.
That's right. Otherwise, they'd call it the days and nights of Fred Dodd.
All right, you have a better fantasy than this?
You know it, cowboy. In my fantasy, you show up for a date alone and on time.
Hey, man. Hey, Molly.
Hey, yourself.
Hay's for horses.
Yeah, well, hay's for, well,
Rolling
I don't know what. Well, you're not allergic.
I'm not.
No?
Man, I really thought the world was my oyster then.
Well, me too. Yes, I know.
Never. Never. And I'll prove my undying love. We're going down to 42nd Street. And I'm going to get a tattoo that says, Molly Dodd is the most ravishing woman in the entire world. You think it'll fit on my arm?
Well, not unless you start working out.
Sometimes I wish I could go back.
Well, that's what fantasies are for.
Yeah. Nice flashback, Mom.
Thanks. Well, I guess there are a lot of reasons why I spent so much time with my ex. Well, I guess I should be going, Fred. See you later.
We haven't had lunch yet.
I know. Well, we'll do it another time. Just sit and enjoy yourself with Anna. Do svidanya.
Svidanya, Molly.
So, how about that? A fantasy within a fantasy, watching a fantasy. Triple whammy. What a day, huh? Oh, hi. Yeah, it's me, Molly. These are actual New Yorkers on a real New York City location. It's pretty impressive, huh? This is not L.A. This is not Toronto. How can I actually prove this to you?
Hey, move out of the way, lady! Hurry through! And you too. All of you. Drop dead, you bums.
See? I love it. I'm not in any rush, although I would like to get back up to my apartment before my dinner gets cold. Guess what kind of food? Mexican, Italian, French, perhaps? No. See, some things never change. Chinese. Maybe instead of avoiding Davy this time, I should just take the bull by the horns and face him. How long could he go on? So, Davy, anything exciting happening in the world today?
Nope.
Oh, what? No insightful thoughts on any sporting, cultural, or political events?
None today.
Oh. Well, this will really get him. Davy, I've been thinking about taking up poetry again, but I just can't decide. What do you think? Any opinions would be welcomed. Any at all.
Well, do what you want.
Huh. Oh, here's a question for you, Davy.
Shoot.
Why do you continue to call me Miss Dodd? I mean, you've known me for quite a long time. It just seems so formal.
I guess out of habit, Miss Dodd.
Well, can we change it to Molly?
Sure thing, Miss Dodd.
Thank you. Oh, you know, Davy, and another thing.
Oh, anything for you, Miss Dodd.
How could you possibly have done all the things that you say you have done in your life? You know, and how could you possibly know so much about, well, everything? I mean, it really is unbelievable when you think about it.
I don't know everything, Miss Dodd, but I do happen to know who you're talking to when you turn like that. Evening, everybody. Having a good time, I trust.
Well, I don't get it. I've been talking to you all day, and nobody else noticed.
I guess that's just the wonder of me, Miss Dodd. It's hard to deny.
Huh. Well, guess it's time for us to go up. I mean it. Come on. Do I really want to eat this right in front of you? No, I'll leave it here for a while. Let me change into something a little more comfortable so we can chat. Not bad, huh? And how about the hair? Huh? I took a little extra time. I thought it was kind of reminiscent of that first season. Don't you think? I have to tell you, these quick changes are wonderful if you're running a little late. Well, I guess I've just about wrapped everything up. It's really been quite a day for me. Cheers. Hey, it's not the end of the show yet. No, I know I said it was the end of my day, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's the end of the show. No, and just because the music starts up, it doesn't always mean we're finished. No, see, there's one more thing I want to have happen before you have to leave.
Molly, come on. It's getting late. We got a lot of catching up to do.
Oh, that's it. I missed you, Nate.
I missed you, too.
Oh, see, that's another thing. Death is really only a beginning around here.
Hey, this is great. It's just great to be back.
Really? Well, my dad comes back all the time. In fact, he's around much more than when he was alive.
I'll have to look him up.
He'd like that. He'd show you around. Well, now we can end this. Could you bring the music up a little?
Neurotic isn't exactly the word I'd use for her unless, well, I guess she could be, but, well, see for yourself on the days and nights of Molly Dodd, weeknights at 11:30. 1 hour from now, it's Lifetime's Great American TV Poll. Coming up, they've created a monster. Rollins' giant ego rears its ugly head on L.A. Law. Next.